Head shall I take? Their heads will adore.
Aduh goblok, lobok apa sih? Lu punya dragon loh. Nggak tahu kan. Lo punya dragon tuh lo bisa bikin nyawa setengah musuhnya tuh langsung mati apa? Tinggal 1/3 tuh langsung mati. Anjir, bisa-bisanya keculik lo.
Not so fast. A true hunter never rests.
Nexus is under attack. Indeed, turret is under attack. Spree. Turret lost.
Bisa. Apa?
Supportnya lembek.
Iya supportnya lembek, midnya lembek. Gue juga gak fokus.
Ini benerin dulu deh. Benerin dulu.
Udah.
Banyak kalah kan bisnisnya hilang.
Enggak. Takutnya goblok. Mas gua kenapa sih pada make mid begituan. Pengen gua ban anjir Lars.
Ben aja nih. Baru pemula itu.
Cepat bangkit lebih kuat. Mau update expansion lagi, reveal expansion terbaru. Ini tadi nggak live gara-gara ada gangguan, OBS-nya nggak bisa, nggak tahu kenapa, terus pending. Jam 11 ya, betul ini satu match ini sih. Tuh udah
Refresh lagi loh.
tuh kan? Kayak gitu-gitu anjir ngepicknya, kenapa sih? Gemes sendiri anjir gua. Kenapa tuh ngepicknya tuh kayak begituan aja? Udah malah ya? Udah reveal ya malah ini? Udah reveal guys. Awakening expansion reveal stream. Oh belum deh. Aku keliatin.
In today's video, I'm going to show you how my stream went from looking like this
Pancer.
to looking like this.
This like this.
Udah tembak.
Bikin posida deh. Hah?
Ngesin.
Gak punya gua.
Beli lah.
Gak mau.
Kok gitu?
Ini live streamnya ya, jadi kita tahu udah mulai belum. Ya lah. Gitu ya adik-adik. Duh, kocak. Bentar-bentar mau update champion 5 baru. Wah, nggak tahu kalau itu.
You are on the mirrored side of the map. The lanes are swapped. Welcome to Wild Rift.
Oh, salah ngambil udah lah.
I may be outnumbered, but not even the odds can stand against me.
Minions have spawned.
It shall be done.
Olaf ya.
Sound the march.
Oke, supportnya tank lah paling enggak. Bang, baju gue udah rapi, tapi kok mager ya? Mager ngapain aja?
To triumph.
Sehat dulu. Hah? Kalau ini kenapa sih?
Is never broken.
First blood.
Mati kan?
Ally slain.
Do not bore me.
You have slain an enemy.
A Demacia
Apa?
does not
Dia nambah
retreat.
nyawa.
Dia ada nambah nyawanya.
Here's a tip. And a spear behind it. Their lives are forfeit.
Lo itu aja pelan-pelan aja nyicil dikit-dikit. Lu skill
Top
satuin
turret
gitu
is
gitu.
under attack. Ally
My
slain.
king commands. Always forward. To triumph.
Middle turret is under attack.
Bisa nggak?
Enemy slain.
Nah, gitu dong.
Enemy slain.
Sound the march. Their lives are forfeit. My king commands.
Apa sih itunya? Oh, jenggolnya Z ya. Oke, Z sakit sekali itu. Coba dulu.
Press the assault. A Demacia does not retreat.
Top turret is under attack.
The warrior spirit is never broken. Their lives are forfeit.
Ngapain sih anjing?
Top turret is under attack.
Ini apa sih?
Press the assault. To triumph
Ally slain.
shall be done.
Ally slain. Ally slain.
Halah.
Sound the march.
Top turret is under attack.
My
Dan
king
sulit kayak gini
commands.
tuh lawannya tuh udah lawan-lawan teman sendiri, bukan musuhnya yang dilawan.
The warrior spirit is never broken. Always forward.
Coba balik ya.
A Demacian does not retreat.
Ally slain.
Apa sih anjir?
Enemy double kill.
Apa sih
Enemy
anjir?
killing spree. Top turret is under attack.
The warrior spirit is never broken.
Top turret is under attack.
My king commands. Victory calls. A Demacian does not retreat.
Nggak serem ya.
Triumph. Press the assault. Sound the march.
Ally slain.
Oh, he's full.
You have slain an enemy. Shut down.
Di sini apa sih? Itu aku nggak
Retreat from the dragon.
Press the assault.
You are on a killing spree.
Is never broken. Here's a tip, and a spear behind it.
Enemy killing spree.
Astaga.
My king commands.
Ini dulu dah. Legendsnya ntar gak apa-apa.
On my way. Top turret is under attack. First turret destroyed. Enemy turret destroyed. Your team has slain the great terror.
Baru ambil dragon dulu. Ada orangnya tuh. Gue lepasin ini dulu di tengah. Awas. Sakit bapak.
Slain. Enemy double kill. Enemy is unstoppable.
Mau gimana, Cok? Tuh, ulti kan?
My king commands.
Ini tanknya takut loh.
Their lives are forfeit.
Middle turret is under attack. Bottom turret is under attack.
Bentar gue ambil item dulu.
Turret lost.
It shall be done.
Bangke kodok.
It shall be done.
Maju terus di long. Jilong. Hei.
Top turret is under attack.
Ku menangis.
A Demacian does not retreat.
Maksudnya juga gak mau dragon sih. Buat terus sih.
Ini udah hook clicker nggak?
Apa?
Hook clicker bisa nggak?
Bisa.
The warrior spirit is never broken.
Tuh ada what gak sih? Di ward dah, situ dah. Gue bawa ward nih lama-lama, anjir.
Sound the march.
Middle turret is under attack.
Press the assault. The warrior spirit is never broken.
Tuh dikejar terus loh. nggak bisa.
Sound the march. It shall be done.
Ntar lah, nunggu itu aja. Nunggu item. Lo pakai guard yang kuning aja biar itu bas-basnya gitu dikasih guard.
A Demacian does not retreat.
Kan dari tadi kecoloknya gitu mulu. Kan gue gak ada damage.
Shut down.
Tuh, skill 1 ada semuanya untuk mati lo. Satu versus 9. Emang satu versus 9 ya. Lu pada ngepiknya tuh ngepik hero-hero aneh. Tuh.
Their lives are full. The warrior spirit.
You have slain an enemy. Shut down. Your team has slain the dragon.
The Demacian does not retreat.
Enemy slain. Enemy slain. Shut down.
Tower aja
Sound
dulu.
the march.
Tower aja. Kalau nggak bisa mundur aja. Apa ya, ini aja lah. Kejar sampai mati.
Retreat from the
Kejar sampai mati.
turret is under attack. Danger.
Nggak bakal mati, cok. Udah mulai belum sih? Udah mulai harusnya. Oh ya udah mulai ini ya.
Card type and then the next expansion. Equipment. And to, equip you with some insights.
To triumph.
Equipment cards will show up in every region, and they work a lot like attach units, where they grant stats and keywords to whatever they're equipped to. Take for
Oh,
example,
ini jelasin kain
Arya
nih.
here will be playing the card for the Cup.
Oh, kayak gitu ya.
Well, Arya is equipped to me. I get stats back. For when she becomes unequipped,
My king commands.
Ally
However, there's some
slain.
key differences. Equipment cards cannot be played with standalone units. Second, they can be played with spell once per turn, but pass priority.
Middle turret is under attack.
Now that we have the basics of equipment down, let's check out some basics.
Oh, berarti kayak equip gitu ya, nggak equip ya?
Grants additional stats.
A Demacian does not retreat.
It's a pretty straightforward card. But let's dig deeper.
Jadi dia bisa nge-back.
Play out. First, we're going to equip our Saga system. Now we can attack. With Draconic Band, Saga system, Dragon Subtype, we can now combo our Dragon's Clutch
My
on
king
top,
commands.
Bottom turret is under
making
attack.
quite the stacked Saga system.
Equipment can be switched between units in a variety of ways. Hey, string is carrying. First, remove from the heat of battle. Equipment cards
You have slain an enemy. Bottom turret is under attack. Middle turret is under attack.
it again.
Tarik bisa nggak?
However, if you play an equipment and unequip it in the same round, you won't be able to play it again until the next round.
As our landmark, Buried counts down to +4/+4 Treasure of the Sands, we've got a choice to make. But luckily, it's a easy. Let's equip
Sound
Renekton
the march.
with
Anjir, di equip ke itu.
even more damage. With a
bagus
little
banget dong.
magic here, we can even level up Renekton in one strike. Be a cry a while.
Ally slain.
Renektonnya bisa langsung level up ya.
Slain. Double kill.
Ngeri, double kill.
Double kill.
Pippa with Dark and Blister.
Rampage.
Dragon flies away.
Top
along
turret
the
is under
warriors.
attack.
Sabar guys, ke gua kalau enggak.
Let's dive a bit deeper into that. Dark and Blister.
You have slain an enemy. Shut down.
Poison player. If you know the Dark and lore, you'll know that
Double kill.
these weapons
Enemy
have
killing
displayed
spree.
Mundur dulu ke gua.
powerful effects.
Darken weapons are just one of the Darken-related things coming to the game this year. The team is super excited to start exploring the Darken and their lore through Awakening. You may have noticed that this release is called the Darken Saga Awakening. And just like a Darken weapon, Awakening is just the beginning, and we'll be exploring much
Ya
more
berapa
about
reveal-nya ini
Saga.
udah reveal.
I guess you could say things
Kita
are about
masih
to
main
get
ya.
dark and edgy.
That'll be it for us.
Jadi Darkin bisa nge-equip gitu.
Spoiler season, as we reveal more equipment interactions, and a host of new champions and other cards.
Speaking of hosts, back to you, Cass and Blevins.
Dimati lagi mitnya nih.
Tyler, for that awesome kind of walkthrough of the new equipment type of card. This
Ini
is so
sumpah
cool
gak ada
to see
gunanya.
kind of weapons being added to the game, equipment. You know, we even got to see a sneak peek on the Darkened Ballista, which is crazy. And Bled, I know you're very, very excited about equipment.
Top turret is
Yeah,
under
equipment is
attack.
super cool. I mean, it's definitely, it's always something that feels like it should be in these types of games, right? But a lot of games don't always start with it because it's a little bit complicated, right? But you're able to enhance, obviously, your units with the bonuses that the equipment have. And of course, the natural comparison is going to be to attach units. But we saw that Darkened Ballista, and hey, you may think it's like attached, but it's kind of not, because the attach unit is always the same. You're always getting that same Papercraft Dragon or that same, another attached unit. But the Darkened Ballista is it's much more like twin sisters for the Hellstones in Casa, where it's very modal, and the modes are all very different. You either get that really deep power with the Darkened weapon, or later game when that weapon has come back, when that equipment has come back to your hand, you get to play out a big unit and potentially end the game with it.
Yeah, you either get that Darkened Ballista, Radiant Power, or you get the 8-drop Naganeka of Zaretta. This is a new Darken, right? Like, I'm so giddy about the lore, because I love the Darkens in League of Legends. I think they're so cool. And then we're getting, Legends of Runeterra, which is one of my always favorite things, is that they add all this new lore in, and we get a new Darken. I've even been told, hey, we might be seeing more Darken equipment and powers in this set as well, which is so awesome to even think about. I mean, what deck do you think about when you think of that Darkened Ballista straight away? Because it strikes the strongest enemy every time.
Yeah, I mean, that for sure. It definitely does have you see maybe some Yetis come in. I mean, I always these subs.
Mundur cok, udah tower itu.
I mean, being able to have that sort of mode and the equipment in general. On pick up some darkened weapons and really go to town.
Well, that is super cool. I mean, this is the reveal. We're gonna be revealing things throughout the day, and I feel like we've got Darkens, we've got a champion that I said we were gonna reveal, and I'm looking at you and I.
Jamet bule ya.
With red and blue here. I wonder if there might be a champion somewhere out there that these colors potentially pertain to. I don't know. Let's go take a look. Let's see.
Wah, kainnya keluar, guys.
Top turret is under attack.
Auto equip.
Turret lost.
Cowards hide, but never escape. Yes. I do not
My
seek
king commands.
redemption, merely power.
Apa ditarik ya? Kayak ditarik ya, diceleng.
The rage, let it
Sound the march.
Danger.
mortal constraint.
Mundur dulu, mundur. Jangan mati.
The warrior spirit is never broken.
Let me hear your screams.
Soalnya tapi udah jadi, udah jadi semua anjir.
Time
triumph.
Momen
Bottom
banget.
turret is under attack. Turret lost.
The warrior spirit never broken.
Udah balik aja, balik. Mereka dragon tuh, mereka dragon.
Enemy team has slain Danger.
Foundation of death.
Blev, I'm just giddy. I mean, if people have been watching you and I for so long, they would know that every time
Sound the
someone
march.
has asked me what champion from League I want in Legends of Runeterra, I always say Kayn. I've always said Kayn because I was so excited about how they would do that kind of double level up situation with, you know, Shadow Assassin and Rost. And just
But
in the
Demacian
surface
does not
level,
retreat.
we see Rost like doing some healing, some overwhelm stuff, and we see Shadow Assassin. I think I saw an elusive keyword, which is, I feel like
Di
the
dalam tower
flavor
aja,
is
nggak
already
bisa.
so exciting, Blev.
Danger.
Yeah, I mean, so exciting to see both of those level 2 champions. Obviously, like you said, Rost and the Shadow Assassin. I gotta say, Kasta, I'm excited about that board. Did you get that Rost board? That was sick. Coins in that.
Where's our rating on that, Blev? I know everyone's looking for the Blev board.
I can't give a rating until I know whether I can click it or not, but just from visual alone, that is...
Apa? Dekat lainnya aja.
Okay. And if it's clickable, if it's friends? Okay, there we go. Hey, all right, of course. Well, we will see if that ends up being clickable. But Blev and I are going to have some more takes on some of the new things. But we wanted to give a chance to have the developers talk to you all about designing Kayn into the game for the Darken Saga Awakening. So I'm going to pass it back to John Mormon and Tyler Morgan to talk a little bit about designing Kayn.
Hey, John, what happened to your beard?
Jidatnya ganggu banget.
Never mind.
Okay, Tyler,
Apa?
what's the most exciting thing about Kayn's release?
The most exciting thing about
Karena nggak
Kayn's
bisa
release to me
libitnya,
is
gak ada gunanya
sort
anjir.
of what he represents for the game in kicking off the whole Darken Saga.
Bisa repot aja.
He also has one of the most interesting equipment in the set. The Darken Scythe growing
The
over time
Darken
is just a
automatically
very,
equip this
like,
item from
resonant
where or
fantasy,
play when
and being
summon,
able to
creating it.
maintain it between multiple units is a really cool play pattern, especially when it evolves on his level.
Berarti
2,
kalau
and it
digabung sama
becomes,
si
either
Evelyn
the
bisa
Corrupted
ya
Scythe
harusnya.
or the Assassin Scythe.
Yeah, I love the fact that we managed to get two different versions of Scythe into the game. It feels very like true to his story. I think the most exciting thing to me about
Ntar lagi
Kayn's
kan
release is the start of the
capek gue
entire
gitu
Darken
terus.
Saga.
Musuh
I
temennya.
think there's a lot of really interesting lore we get to explore here, and a lot of really like very cool characters from League's universe, even
Dua
beyond the
jam
Darken
udah
you
gitu.
know already. And I wouldn't necessarily say love, but there's a lot more Darken to find
09
out about,
anjir.
and a lot of cool, big, angry monsters that are going to be showing up.
How did the team translate Kayn's League gameplay experience into lore?
So when you think of Kayn, the first thing that comes to mind is definitely the choice between the Shadow Assassin and Rost. I think if we managed to make a Kayn that didn't have this like extremely meaningful choice as part of
Pisang
it,
goreng,
would have been a
pisang
complete failure.
dua itu.
So we started from there and then kind of built out from that point. Once we got to a point where we had a Shadow Assassin and Rost that both felt very interesting, it was most of our like challenge was figuring out how to make Kayn's growth between
Pick an
those two
enemy.
modes interesting. We tried a lot of different versions of it that had you kind of either like trying different level up requirements or doing very complicated things, but it made it so that you didn't get to that choice until really late in the game, and it just wasn't as satisfying. So we ended up going with his current level up requirement, which is relatively short, but lets you get to that meaty choice right off the bat.
Day one, we knew that he had to be have two different level 2s. Like it wouldn't be Kayn and without the Shadow Assassin and Rost. So we knew from day one that we had to adapt that somehow. We tried a lot of different ways to get there. At several points, he had a quest that sort of branched halfway through or would transform him into a different version based on what Kayn himself did. But those were pretty awkward because they took a while to get going, and also your opponent could control which level 2 you got, which didn't feel incredibly Kayn. Getting a champ with 2 different level 2s into the game really felt like a home run for him. The next step was level 2s that felt like they accomplished meaningfully different goals. So a Shadow Assassin that ended the game more directly, and a Rost that sort of help you stay alive and stabilize and bully the board, felt like two nice shifts in direction. So you kind of reach a point in your game plan where you have to make a choice, and that choice has a pretty big impact on how the rest of the game plays out.
What was the biggest challenge the team faced while working on Kayn?
Definitely his branching level ups. Champions were not meant to have 2 level 2s. That's
very true.
Not what the system was built for. So that caused a bunch of technical
Berarti si
problems.
Ken ini punya level
and
2
also
apa?
a bunch of
Level
design
up.
problems
Ini
like I
ada
talked
2
about
ya.
earlier. It's figuring out exactly how he should branch between his level 2s was ultimately pretty tough. But it rapidly became clear that we wanted him to level up pretty early on in the game so that you would get to make that choice in almost every game where you played Kayn. So figuring out the right way to do that while also balancing his power level was a big struggle.
Yeah, how many different versions of Kayn's like level up choice moment did we actually go through?
Butuh value ya.
I can remember at least 2. Yeah.
Going all the way back in the dev process, probably 10. Kayn went through some iterations.
Karamel itu.
The biggest challenge was absolutely when his level up would happen.
Enak yang
There's
misis.
a lot of really interesting things in League around how
Coklat
Kayn
mas.
levels up, his mechanic of kind of like hitting different targets, whether they're melee targets or range targets, to choose which kind of form he's going to transfer into. We tried a lot of versions that were much closer to this in lore, but it meant that you weren't getting to level Kayn until the game was like fairly decided. And that just didn't feel like Kayn. Like if you're spending most of your game with base Kayn, it's not really doing what Kayn does.
Have either of you playtested Kayn? Who has the higher win rate?
We've playtested Kayn quite a bit. I am terrible.
I honestly have no idea. I kept trying to jam Kayn with Kaisa, which is not a great decision. So it's anyone's guess.
Not a Kayn main over here. I have some other champs from this release that work a lot better for me, and Kayn's not one of them. So I'm going to guess it's Tyler. Can you give us your best Kayn impression?
I cannot.
Can you give us your best Rost impression?
With a sore throat. Can you give us your best Kayn impression?
I don't know Kayn's voice line super well, so no.
Are you team Shadow Assassin or team Rost?
So I'm team Rost. I think in general I prefer bruisers to assassins, so Rost all the way.
I'm team
Belum pernah main
Rost.
Valo.
Elusive is
Valorant
cheap,
pernah.
and Rost does not have elusive. It also just feels nice to kind of like Rost feels very comfy. The Shadow Assassin you're kind of dedicating to ending the game as soon as possible, whereas Rost giving you just a little bit of healing and like sticking around on the board and being kind of a bully just feels very comfy to me. Although I imagine many players would be team Shadow Assassin because, as I said, elusive is
Gue
cheap.
main sendiri.
All right, thanks for answering.
Emang tadi.
Beneran sama yang tadi.
All right, Blev, we have a lot to unpack here. We have a lot of things that I know we want to talk about for sure, seeing all this gameplay. It's so cool to see the different modes. We mentioned the flavor dripping off already, but really the most important question I can ask you, because I heard them talking about it, is can you give me your best Rost impression?
Oh, yeah. This is a weird talent that I have that I realize not everyone can do, apparently, but it's a... Something like that.
There we go.
Just, little something like that.
Perfect. Love to see
Ya,
it.
pesulap merahnya ngeblur.
We go. Perfect. Got it back. All right. So let's talk a little bit about Kayn. One of the things that I think might have been missed pretty quickly and we were allowed to talk about is the origin, because of course Kayn is a Runeterran champion. And his origin reads that he can add any card with the cultist subtype. And there's going to be a lot more cultists coming on the way for him to add to his decks. But when you play 3 cultist cards, you tutor him. You draw a Kayn from your deck after playing 3 cultists. So you can ensure kind of in the deck building process that you're going to try and find Kayn by, that turn 5 when you want to get him down a lot of the time. And if you already have him, his champion spell, if you noticed, allows him to strike, which is going to help him level up so much quicker, which I think is just awesome. I love tutors.
Lebih suka kerasnya
Oh
sih.
yeah, it's absolutely insane. I mean, one of the things, one of the key sort of deck building
Iya, kalau ada
issues,
unitnya
or
nggak,
not issues,
Aduh,
but
nggak
one of
tahu.
the deck building questions you have to
Pas
ask
banget.
is,
Yang
what
satu
can my
pesulap
deck
merah,
do
yang
if I
satu
don't draw
punya
my
jenggot.
champion, right? Am I building my deck completely around the
Bener
champion,
juga ya.
or is the champion just an addition, a bolster to the deck? And here, Kayn gets to be sort of both, right? Like you can have ways to really heavily ensure that you're going to draw Kayn. Obviously, we don't know what all the cultists are yet, so but you can really you're going to have a higher chance to draw Kayn over the course of the game than you would pretty much any other champion, unless you really narrowly build your deck, right? So it's really awesome to always know that you're going to have Kayn, and you're going to also always have that ability to go either way. Are you going to go with the big red machine of Rost, or are you going to go the more sneaky way with the Shadow Assassin? You know that you're going to have that option at some point in the game, and that can really dictate how you build your deck.
Yeah, and I know we heard Tyler talking about Kaisa, right? Like maybe trying to get keywords on Kayn and like always trying to find sneaky
Apa
ways
aja yang
to
udah ke-reveal
better.
baru
You know, I wasn't allowed to show you. We have a little note
teman-teman
here
yang
that
dikit
focus
tadi.
cards are along the lines of play of like equipment to or to get stats, mana reduction,
di luar,
keywords,
luar
a
Rumble
lot
itu
of
udah
those
keluar
things.
belum
So
ya?
maybe helping your Kayn become even more powerful, whether he's Rost or Shadow Assassin in the future. So I mean, what I was thinking about a lot, Blev, is kind of thinking about what decks we would immediately lean to start playing. And for me, you know, I think about multiple strikes, and I feel like getting Kayn with some Demacia cards seems kind of interesting. The level one, right? Of like, can we? I mean, there's a bit of a meme to give, you know, field promotion, get scout on your Kayn, and immediately get that level up. Get a lot of you know, cranks and buffs. If you went Shadow Assassin, right, you get the +2 every single one of those attacks, which is awesome. Or, you know, even just having the rallies being such a big thing to protect your Kayn. What were some of the things you were thinking about with Kayn immediately?
Yeah, for sure. The Demacia one was definitely there. I mean, every time that not just Kayn, but anytime an equipped unit attacks with Kayn's weapon, you're going to get the buff. So Rally obviously works with that. The one I'm thinking, and only, I think maybe only OGs from the beta and early Runeterra will know this. I want to go back to a world where Freljord Elusives was around. And you know what? If I can always draw my elusive finisher in the Shadow Assassin, maybe I can build a Freljord buff package. Maybe I can instead give some Targon blessings to Kayn in hand, +8/+8, and then he comes down as a gigantic elusive unit. I'm just trying to think as degenerate as possible, Cass. So that's what I want to use Kayn for.
Well, I would love to hear what the chat is looking to build with Kayn right away. I'd love for them to tweet with the hashtag below that you see at the bottom of the screen, Awakening LOR, with kind of what decks you want to build day one on Kayn, some of the things you're really excited for. But, you know, that's going to do it for me and you, Blev, at least for the day here. Blevins, do you have any final words about this show today?
Elusive Enjoyer.
Definitely super excited for Kayn,
Kaisa.
both forms. Of course, I am wearing the blue here for the Shadow Assassin, but I think I might be a Rost main. I'm not sure. It's going to depend on the deck. But no, super excited for Kayn, and I hope you all are too.
Yep, funny enough, I'm wearing the red, and I might be more of a Shadow Assassin fan.
Here,
so we
Kasa, you can take my...
Harusnya si Casanova bukan itu ya, bukan Shadow Assassin fan ya. Dia sulap meta fans ya guys ya.
Either way, we got to see a lot of the Rost gameplay. So as Blev and I head out, we'll play you off with a really cool video of Shadow Assassin Kayn, and stick around for a little teaser afterwards.
Oh, bakal ada teaser lagi ya?
Be still. Give me the darkened weapon or succumb to shadow.
Oh, milih ya kita ya. Ada yang elusif, ada yang pick a follower or equipment from the top of the deck.
Death calls. The balance requires a watchful eye.
Gonna text Shadow Sky.
A return to shadow.
Patik dong. But once you have equipment ally this game, I cost.
There is no one like me.
Oh, Kenny hidup lagi, Jer. Jangan-jangan berubah pas diklik. Hah? Berubah pas diklik. Boardnya beda. Iya, boardnya baru. Iya, mungkin nanti berubah. Yang di bagian kanannya diklik lah bisa berubah. Maybe aja ya. Jadi warna merah ya.
Sulap merah.
Iya, ini ada sulap merah dan sulap biru ya. Agustus 31 ya guys ya. Expansionnya. Oh udah kelar nih. Bakal ada lagi. Ini udah kelar ya. Oh masih ada lagi. Escape now reveal for mystery remain. Solve every riddle and truth yourself gain. Starting August 19 on YouTube Shop. Oke, berarti masih ada 4 champion lagi ya yang bakal keluar ya. Dan ini masih menjadi misteri ya. Bakal apa coba guys? Setiap tanggal apa di tanggal 19 kita bakal bisa nebak di YouTube Short nih. Masih ada 4 lagi ya. Masih ada, ya kemana masih ada. Kita tunggu aja. Riddle me this. Master Yi. Atrok ya, Atrok kemungkinan bisa. Ada orang Indonesia tuh, ayo tuh. Atrok, Varus, and the New Darkin next year. Atrox or apa lagi? Oh ini jadi live wallpaper nih bisa nih. Tapi kurang ada bisa live wallpaper. Dimasuk di wallpaper engine bisa kayaknya. Fiddlestick ya, bisa juga fiddlestick. Itu weaponnya auto equip kalau di hand ya. Kalau enggak draw gimana itu? Gue masih belum ngerti itu weaponnya, harus baca dulu. Atrok Targon, soalnya jam Targon udah habis. Bukannya New Darkin masih lama. Belum tahu kalau New Darkinnya. Kayaknya udah kelar deh ini. Ini tinggal nunggu di Mobilitics sih. Ini dia mau berarti jam 12 ya. Untuk Yona Master Yi ya guys ya, harus gue nggak tahu entah enggak ini satu ganti lagi ya. Kalau Master Yi bakal gimana ya, nge-slash gitu ya. Atau bukannya Surima. Ya bisa jadi Surima, bisa jadi Tarambang sih. Video sih. Cem Surima kan udah ada Kaisa kemarin ganteng. Iya benar. Yang belum nambah itu berarti apa? Ionia. Masih belum nambah. Legion kemarin. Menang kalau kalah.
Anjing, astaga, bergerak.
Kemarin tuh nambah apa sih? Iloi, iya kan? Iloi, Eni, sama Kaisa ya, Surima, Noxus, sama Bridgewater ya. Kemungkinan ntar Freyal, Targon, sama Ionia ya. Ya ada masih ya. Ionia, Noxus, PNG, Riot belum. Kalau nggak salah dari lore-nya atau dia itu Ascendant sama kayak Magic Max. Ini nggak bisa dilihat dari itunya, expansionnya ya. Ya kan paling ya itu champion yang kemarin belum. Bentar, pas ada itu keluar berapa sih? 5 ya? 5 apa sih? 5 ya? Evelyn. Coba gue bingung sih sekarang gara-gara expansionnya gitu. Lalu kalau dihitung dari World Walker yang belum itu PNC, Freljord, Targon, Demacia, Ionia. Ya paling antara diambil 3 atau 2 atau pas ya 1 sama iya kan PNC, Freljord, Targon, Demacia pas kan 4 kayaknya 1 Runeterra. 4-4-nya dari region itu juga bisa jadi. Kita belum tahu lah apa cycle-nya gimana ya. Paling besar sih kayak gitu sih, lengkapin apa 4 region tadi yang belum ya. Iya, Noxus sudah ada ini kemarin. Jadi 4 itu sih. Ntar tergantung di sini di expansion yang Awakening ini Runeterranya ada berapa ya. Kalau Runeterranya ada 2 berarti yang diambil 3. Kayak kalau 3 ntar kasihan 1 region yang belum ya. Kemungkinan 3 gem region, 2 gem Runeterra. Ya itu bisa jadi juga 1 Runeterra, 4 gem 4 region juga bisa. Iya, kayaknya cuma 3 ini, Orni sama Ken. Kalau 3 enggak sih, Bang. Soalnya tadi udah dibilang ada 5. Ada 4 lagi for mystery. Jadi kan ada taste-nya tuh di sini. Belum kelar ya. Kalau belum kelar tuh nggak bisa nonton apa back-nya ya. Tadi kan ada tulisannya ya ada 4 misteri lagi yang belum terpecahkan. 5 jam dari mana? Di sini tadi di sini tadi muncul. Nih udah keluar nih. Tadi ada infonya. Tah lah, nggak bisa di-install. Ya, udah nggak bisa belum bisa belum bisa belum bisa dilihat. Nah, itu tuh bakal muncul terus nanti mulai tanggal 19 di YouTube short-nya Legend of Runeterra. Jadi ditunggu. Gitu. Masa iya sekali update langsung 5? Gila 5 sekaligus kayak zaman Rising Tide langsung ke 8. Ya tapi tadi tulisannya kayak gitu. For mystery. Oh, udah ada yang keluar nih, tapi ini di Reddit ya.
Monster, dude. He's just gonna be a truck.
Ya, ininya di Reddit.
Dude's gonna be big. And every attack he gets +1/+1.
Iya, 5 waktu refill juga masih
That's
panjang.
pretty good.
Iya, sampai tanggal 31.
Okay,
Refill-nya
also,
masih sampai
like,
tanggal 31, jadi masih panjang.
after you level Kane, even if he has like 1 health, it doesn't matter because you pops back to your hand. So you get to replay him and like refill up his health, right? Okay, Forsaken Bakai. 1 mana 2/1. Play predict. If you pick a darken or you could grant me
Kalau dia di Reddit ya.
Yeah.
Kita nggak bisa buka Reddit ya. Harus pakai VPN. Twitter aja deh. Iya 5 waktu. Iya 5 waktu itu juga masih. Ini masih cukup kalau 5 waktu. Masih santai. Masih ada waktu sekitar 2 minggu lah. Masih cukup buat refill 5. Ya di sini belum ada ya. Yang udah ada di itu doang tadi ya. Kenapa ada ini tiba-tiba? Sebelum review tadi aku sempat baca sebelumnya di IG FIB tuh udah ke spill 5 champion. Di mana deh ini? Ya, kita harus nunggu sampai jam 12. Udah, kalah lagi. Kalah lagi. Apanya beatnya? Iyalah, kalau dengan itu udah sulit anjir. Jadi tuh lo lawan timmu sendiri, bukan tim musuh.
Soalnya gampang lo nggak bohong dah sumpah. Matinya tuh mati nggak jelas semua dah tadi.
Ini masih lama ya? Kok masih lama? Tadi kita buka yang baru dah. Nah, ini awakening. Yang ini kok. Nah, yang ini awakening ya? Kita buka awakening ya? Kok beda ya? Nah, tutorialnya, oh masih set for Dijon loh. Lupa bang, Ramus. Freya udah ketebak lah ya, on. Soalnya ada keyword baru itu equipment. Ya, bisa jadi ntar sama on juga ya.
Goblok ah. Gak mau solo lagi gue. Gak bisa ngangkat game anjir.
Aslinya bisa sih kalau lu jungle. Tapi tryhard sekali. Ya udah yuk, main aja lagi. Kasihan gua.
Glorious defeat anjing.
Aku lanjut Wild Rift ya guysnya.
Mau 5, 47. Gue gak mau pakai kalian sono lagi lah. Gak ngangkat anjir. Gak bisa ngangkat.
Ya udah minta aja.
Berarti kan. Goblok. Kalau lihat kesalahannya dia. Kalau tahun biasa masih gak apa-apa kan.
Ya biasanya kayak gitu orang-orang yang nyoba. ML baru.
DV 3 kali kan.
Untung gue gak ikutan.
Masa udah di TBI tapi masih aja.
Nah itu lu masih solo. Ganti all roll. Gak kelar ya, berarti cuma gitu aja. Tapi cannya belum keluar, paling besok aja sih aku bahas di video kontennya. Ken kelihatan kuat banget, sedangkan gurunya Jet kayak nggak guna. Dari Ken ya pasti lebih kuat. Ih bro bingung macam apalagi yang cocok dipindah ke Targon selain Aatrox. Ya mungkin nanti ada champion lain. Mungkin ya ada. Soalnya kayaknya Runeterra belum ada champion yang khusus buat Runeterra sendiri, belum ada sih. Kayak gitu bisa jadi ya. Tapi dia punya role gede, role apa? Punya masih itu namanya cerita ya, ceritanya gede banget. Tapi di gamenya belum ada, bisa jadi. Ternyata ada loh nama kota namanya Targon anjir.
Mungkin gak bisa ngechat orang random ya?
Bisa. Ngechat orang random.
Iya. Gue kan gue katain anjir.
Gak bisa cowok, harus lu add friend dulu.
Nah.
Emang ML anjir, bisa ngechat orang random gitu.
Najis banget masalahnya.
Ya isinya udah keluar semua ya Targon ya. Arion Soul, Diana, Leona, Pantheon, Soraka, Tarik, Zoe udah keluar semua ya. Nggak ada sih, Wild Rift aja nggak ada. Apalagi Lord, ketal banget sama Lord. Oh, OTW Targon wujud Tuhan Runeterra. Ya kan kita nggak tahu Last Wolf. Menurutku juga nggak mungkin nanti kalau Targon nggak bakal nambah championnya sih. Ionia memang nggak ada kerajaan tapi isinya monster-monster semua. Ya. Oh ya, tadi belum pakai jimat kemenangan kan? Kalau lu ngambek gitu sih. Baru ada pemerintahan yang dibentuk sama Irelia setelah invasi no. Gak berguna kan 5 win streak. Apa sih? Tonight we hunt. Lu bandinginnya sama Darkin, mantan God Warrior yang punya kekuatan setara dewa. Dia sama Sen emang kuat, tapi kalau lawan Darkin ya mereka kalah. Ya, nggak selevel lah. Tapi kalau di champion apa gue buka ini ya, Universe League of Legends ya. Si Aatrox ini masuknya Runeterra. Gue belum pernah lihat Cassiopeia aja. Build stick itu Runeterra. Tadi siapa? Ken ya namanya. Ken tuh di sini ada nggak? Harusnya ada ya. Dia masuk mana? Orang kan mesti failed ya. Paco, Runeterra. Bisa segini nggak sih? Kelamaan. Oh, nah. Ken di sini Ionia bukan Runeterra. Tuh kan bisa berubah ya. Darkin itu senjata yang kekuatannya disegel di senjata tersebut. Kalau kelepas ya jadinya ascended. Oh gitu ya. Tuh, Ken aja Ionia tapi jadinya jadi itu, jadi Runeterra. Jadi kan bisa berubah juga ya. Iya, Aatrox Runeterra sih, tapi tetap aja harus ada gem yang ditulis jadi Targon.
You are on the mirrored side of the map. The lanes are swapped. Welcome to Wild Rift.
The scent of prey.
Anjir, kenapa sih kok gak kepencet?
Minions have spawned.
Lu masangin antigen kalau yang di situ. Soalnya di situ ada yang apa? Yang bisa ngeliatin luar. Itu yang dideketin Velo tuh, kan ada kayak sinar-sinar kempling-keling tuh. Itu bisa kalau dipencet bisa itu ngilangin luar. Jadi misal kalau belum dipukul jangan di itu. Taruh dulu kan. Soalnya jam udah habis dan Tadiona masih menghibur dia. Tapi ntar ada yang dipindah-pindahin yang ada terkaitannya ya, kaitannya dikit paling mungkin pernah ke Targon Pertamasnya kan. Nggak mungkin juga ya, Targon ntar nggak ada tambahan lagi kan. Soalnya biar imbang, biar regen itu juga dipakai gitu kan. Coba Ganican buta.
Middle turret is under attack.
Not so fast. A true hunter never rests. I seek only the strongest. A fitting prize. Not so fast. Catch their trail.
Ally slain.
Nah, kita lama.
Bottom turret is under attack.
Rahat lagi nih.
Bottom turret is under attack.
So fast. Never return empty-handed. Whose head shall I take?
Bisa nggak atas? Betul-betul nggak? Rumah lagi.
A true hunter never rests. Not so fast. Catch their trail.
Ally slain.
Anjir, apa coba kesalahan gitu kan kalah loh. Gemes gua.
Bottom turret is under attack.
There is a hunter and the hunted. Not so fast. I seek only the strongest. Not so fast.
Pas Pantheon memotong Targon sih otaknya yang kena.
On my way.
Ini ngapain anjir?
Whose head shall
Danger.
I take?
Top turret is under attack.
Kan?
Enemy slain. Enemy killing spree. You have been slain.
Nggak bisa.
Ally slain.
Drapennya balik, apa mati sih? Level 8 anjir itu.
There is the hunter and the hunted.
Bisanya level 8 gimana anjir?
I seek only the strongest. A fitting prize. A true hunter never rests.
Mana tuh?
Ke atas tuh.
Enemy rampage. On my way. Attack the dragon.
There is the hunter and the hunted.
Ya belum.
Shall I take?
Ally slain.
A fine collection.
Top
Gue udah
turret is under
coba
attack.
dulu.
Slain.
Itu jago nggak sih?
Apa?
First turret destroyed.
Belum tahu, belum jadi tuh. Kenapa? Iya tuh. Bantu gua. Gak bisa balik.
Ally slain.
Mati mulu lo, bawahnya lo. ATM banget anjir.
Bottom turret is under attack.
Seek only the strongest.
Top
Pas
turret is
jadinya
under
kayak gitu
attack.
gimana cara?
Bottom turret is under attack. Enemy slain.
Tuh
Ally
temennya
slain.
terbang.
Enemy slain. Shut down.
Masalahnya tuh bottomnya tuh
Bottom turret is under attack.
There is the hunter and the
topnya nih loh.
hunted.
Your team has fallen into terror. You have slain an enemy.
Ya aku dapat mati.
Free.
Ya udahlah.
Heretic. Now they are dead. Top turret is under attack.
Lumayan jago sih ternyata. Ya lu macam itu aja. Bisa itu bisa. Itu lo incer itu dulu. Itu sendirian. Yang belakang sendiri aja. Awas mati.
Catch their
Ally slain.
Gak gerak anjir.
Enemy double kill. Bottom turret is under attack.
Udah gerak.
Turret lost.
Aduh.
Middle turret is under attack.
A true hunter never rests. Not so fast.
Ally slain.
Pas ada ini ngapain sih muter-muter doang ini?
Enemy double kill. Enemy killing spree. Middle turret is under attack. Middle turret is under attack.
Udah nggak kuat anjir, udah sakit banget gitu.
Ally slain. Top turret is under attack. Middle turret is under attack. Turret lost. Turret lost. Ally slain. Inhibitor turret is under attack.
Peace for my collection. Whose head shall I take? I seek only the strongest.
Enemy is dominating.
Di tier bawah mending pakai Master Yiba. Iya sih. Nggak ada sih. Oh ya, soalnya musuhnya nggak pada ngeting. Master Yi aja udah. Dah, sampai towernya hancur aja kagak ituin.
A true hunter never rests.
Bingung ya musuhnya bisa punya kasadin gitu loh. Teman kita punya kasadin gitu. Pikiran aja.
The enemy team has slain the dragon.
Mati semua.
Enemy killing spree. Enemy is godlike. Enemy is
Udah nggak kuat,
unstoppable.
musuhnya udah jadi semua.
Enemy is dominating.
Kasadinnya juga nggak bisa main anjir. By Fortitude 2 hilang semua anjir. Nah kan cepet. Tumben ah. AFK itu, bang kapan live floor lagi bang? Besok sih, harusnya ya. Finger kalau pasifnya nggak dapet nggak sakit, iya kita tadi baru ngekill satu doang. Cok support lagi cok. Lu mau JG, udah bertawanin.
Tukeran aja kalau
Gue gara-gara ngechat nggak ngeband.
The dawn has arrived.
Gus Udin makan tahu. Udah makan, Mbak? Udah Wisnu. Udah kenyang banget malah. Karena kan gue support anjir. Iya.
Itu mana tuh?
Show top. Mimnya tetap lu. Aku menangis melihat bang aku diejek bronze. tunjukkan kekuatan mastermu.
Apa?
Kalau nggak tadi kan Velo diejek sama si Yasuo-nya kan. Itu.
You are on the mirrored side of the map. The lanes are
Ya
spawned.
gitulah.
Welcome to Wild Rift. The sun always
Minions
rises.
have spawned. Danger.
I must not fall. Stand and fight. They will be summoned. Stay at the vanguard.
First blood. Enemy slain.
Rally to me. I will protect you. I will break their line. Chosen of the sun.
Mau gue geng. Oh lu balik.
Right. First light approaches.
Enemy slain.
Tuh double kill tuh, Velo tuh. Anjir bisa gitu ya? Aduh, loncat 2 kali aja.
Double kill. Enemy slain.
I must not fall.
Itu mau bantu, lu nggak boleh.
Twilight fades.
will protect you. They'll have to get through me. An enemy.
Feel the sun's glory. Stay at the vanguard.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Twilight fades. Rally to me.
Anjir, satu hit lagi, Cok.
Slain. Ally slain.
Gan.
Rampage.
Dia 2 orang aja tadi.
Ada orang.
Gua begitu habis mungkin
Ya udah nggak apa-apa.
Chosen of the sun.
Jafar.
Unstoppable.
Jarvan.
Oh.
I will protect you. I will break their line. Chosen of the
middle turret is under attack.
They'll have to get through me.
Ally slain. You have slain an enemy.
They will be sundered.
Dominating.
Tinggalkan.
First light approaches. They will be sundered.
Godlike. You are on a killing spree.
Sorry, Gan. Ini supportnya.
Attack the dragon.
Stay at the vanguard.
Siap, Dek.
Legendary.
Coba mati.
Enemy slain. Ally slain. Shut down.
Udah, kalian push aja terus.
Feel the sun's glory. I must not fall. Twilight fades. Rally to me.
Your team has slain the dragon. Enemy slain.
Feel the sun's glory.
Enemy slain. Enemy slain.
First light approaches.
First turret destroyed.
Stay at the vanguard. They will be summoned.
Yeah.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Chosen of the sun.
Top turret is under attack.
Matilah tuh S-nya, anjir.
They'll have to get through me.
Ally slain.
Dia bisa lebar bom yang melentalin orang ya?
Iya, yang gede banget.
Gua kira cuma di deket dia doang.
I will break their line. I will protect you.
Dia mantul bolanya. Iya, yang skill 1 mantul, yang skill ultinya dia tuh yang apa ada lingkaran gede gitu.
Yang mantulnya?
Top turret is under attack. Top turret is under attack. Enemy slain. Enemy slain. Godlike. Ace.
Berarti aku TPN juga.
Rally to me.
Legendary. Ace. Enemy turret destroyed. Enemy turret destroyed.
Stay at the vanguard.
My honor left a long time.
Feel the sound.
Enemy turret destroyed. Ally slain.
Rally to me.
Legendary.
Chosen of the sun. Twilight fades.
Rampage.
I will protect you.
Legendary. Ally slain. Shut down. Ally slain.
Gua ada mana?
First light
Tak
approaches.
tinggalin kok gue juga.
They will be sundered. Chosen of the sun.
Dan jasa apa? Dan jasa cover Facebook guys ya.
I must not fall.
Enemy slain. Double kill. Enemy slain. Enemy slain.
Stay at the vanguard.
Triple kill. Killing spree.
I will protect you. Feel the sun below.
Rampage.
Oh ya, mau mati anjir gua.
Ini jago banget sih.
Victory.
Seno.
Siapa?
Seno.
Seno.
Iya.
Velo anjir, Seno. Seno siapa anjir? Gue gedik lu. Toh Yanto. Udah gue resmi seno deh sekarang. Namanya ganti seno kan.
Kasadin juga nggak sih? Kasadin yang mana?
Kasadin tuh yang tadi, yang biru.
Boleh lah, apapun serah lu.
Apa sih? Kenapa anjir?
Apa aja.
Beneran?
Biar gue bisa ngikutin dulu. Pakai mau apa?
Udah sih gampang. Cuma jangan bisa. Gue porno aja. Buka perut gitu.
Sih. Pisangnya habisin itu aja lah, aku makan loh.
Ya udah, gak mau.
Udah.
Udah jam 12 ya?